Okay, good morning, y'all. Because Wanda Joyce always said I should say good morning or hey, y'all, or whatever. I've been here a couple of hours. The sun is coming up. I don't think it's coming up just long enough to go behind the clouds. I know y'all enjoy my morning sun report, but I'm better than yesterday. Yesterday was a hard day for me. And if you need me to tell you how I felt, let me put it in an example for you. Those of you that know me know I've been divorced for 3 years now. My husband died in October. We had mended fences, but there was never going to be a bridge built back again. It hurt my heart terribly when he passed away. He was my friend for 20 years. But I remember when he left, I came home and walked in the door and realized he had left. And I had no idea, honestly, that he was going to do that. And I remember the gut punch feeling I felt that didn't leave for a while. If you've ever been married for a long time and then find out your spouse has cheated, you know how I felt yesterday. I have never been so disappointed in my government in my life. And if you know me, you know I love to study about our government. There went the sun. I love to study about our government. I love political history. If you say Trump is the worst president ever or Obama's the worst president ever, you've never studied Buchanan or Andrew Jackson. But I've never been so disappointed in our government in my life. I believed in the American system. I believe in America. And I believed that even though there were things going on that made no sense and that there was corruption, I still believed that majority of Washington actually still cared about America. Yesterday was a gut punch that made me realize they don't. I lost hope in America yesterday. You have no idea how absolutely devastating I felt when I read that COVID breakdown. Why they called it a COVID relief bill is absolutely beyond me. It's stuck right here. $1 billion for the Smithsonian Institute. And I know everybody has their little thing of what caught them in the bill that bothered you, but mine is that $1 billion. There are roughly 350 million people in the United States. You could give every man, woman, and child in the United States $1 million and still not be what they gave the Smithsonian. Think about it. Think about it. They didn't allot money to pay in our area. It's Entergy. They didn't allot money to pay Entergy for these families that have been out of work, like me, for 6 months. The bills still kept popping up. Even though we weren't working, the bills were still popping up. July, August, and September, when we were at home, the bills still pile up. There was no relief for people like me. The $32,000 in medical bills, there's no relief for that. I prayed last night for a family because the daddy is in the hospital with COVID. And once you've lost someone to COVID, when you hear someone has COVID, it's just like it just chokes you. Because you don't want anybody to go through what you went through. I still feel that way this morning. I've never in my life felt so hopeless for a country that I love. I love our country. Even through the election, I was one of the few. I didn't fight about the voting. All I ever said was, it's going to be what it's going to be. Even if it's corrupt, I still believed in our system that it would work out. And I'm not getting into whether or not the voting was accurate. That's one fight I don't know enough about to fight, so I won't. I do know I was terribly disappointed when President Trump didn't win. But I promise you, with my hand up, I will not treat President-elect Biden and Dr. Jill Biden and the Vice President, which I have zero respect for. I will not treat them the way y'all treated President Trump and Melania Trump. But yesterday, I felt like Mitch McConnell, Chuck Schumer, Nancy Pelosi. And I watched a video last night of a senator from Louisiana, Bill something. He was just bursting with excitement that they passed this bipartisan COVID relief bill that's going to help all these people in the United States. We can't help the people that have lost their lives, but we can make their lives better. Who? $1 billion to the Smithsonian Institute. $1 billion to the Smithsonian Institute. That just has been ringing in my head all day yesterday. I woke up several times last night thinking about it, and it was the first thing I thought about this morning. Our government is not helping people that are in the hospitals. LA is just bursting at the seams with COVID cases. What are y'all doing for those people? The little restaurant owner, bar owner in LA that made the just heart-wrenching video. What are you doing for her? How does giving the Smithsonian $1 billion help her? She pays taxes. She just wants to work. She's not asking for a handout. She just wants to work. Did y'all give energy companies like Entergy and all these other, in our area it's called Entergy, did you give them money and say people that are behind 3 or 4 months pay that off? No. People that are getting evicted from their homes, did you send the landlords money and say, look, give them a little more time to get caught up? You sent $1 billion to the Smithsonian. Egypt has been around. It's one of the oldest countries on earth. At one time, they were one of the most brilliant countries on earth. There was a time, centuries ago, millennials ago, that Egypt led the world in science and architect. Can you tell me why it falls on our country that's less than 300 years old? Why does it fall on our country to give you several millions of dollars while our people are suffering? If I had to put a word to it, I've lost hope for our country. The American dream for me yesterday died. I am so glad my mother's not here to see this. I am so glad that my great uncle that fought the front lines in Germany in World War II is not here to see this. I'm not sick. It's just when I get emotional, my sinuses go nuts. But I'm not going to allow myself to get as upset as I got yesterday, because then I have to stay up all night with an inhaler again. Because once you get over COVID, you never get over COVID. I don't know if some of y'all know that. I know people in full-blown kidney failure that never had problems with their kidneys before in their life. If you see me doing this, I'm still trying to catch my breath. And it's okay. I will catch my breath. I get tired very easily. My energy source is gone that I used to have. I'm told it'll get better. We'll see. I hope so. But instead of telling me it's not worth getting upset over, my question to you is, why are you not upset? I can answer that. Because you don't have a view of America and where it's headed right now. And every congressman and every senator that voted yes on that bipartisan plan yesterday voted against America. They voted against the American people. One of these days, people like Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, Mitch McConnell. One of these days, you're going to get yours. Because I firmly believe one of these days, and it doesn't help the American people at all, but one of these days, you're going to stand before God Almighty, and you're going to have to answer for the pure, unadulterated evilness that y'all have done. One of these days, you'll answer for it. And that's my only hope. That's my only way I get up in the morning and go to work at 6 o'clock and get home at 6 o'clock in the evening, just trying to make ends meet, while people like you are trying to destroy America. I'm going to have a better day. I really am. But if you see me, it's okay. I'll get past this. But it's just that disillusion. I've never been so disappointed in our government in my life.